Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Express Pilates session for today. You will just need perhaps a little towel, and if you want to sit up on a pillow, that would also be helpful for your hips. So we are going to start in a seated position. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. It could be legs, knees bent, or legs straight, or another seated position that feels comfortable for you. So we're just going to make sure that those sitting bones are evenly placed on whatever surface you're sitting on. And let's rest the hands just on top of the knees and just start up at these shoulders. Some nice shoulder rolls. This is going to be more of a half an hour Pilates session, really moving the body in all its different directions. A little bit of strengthening, a little bit of stretching, lots of breath work. And then let's reverse the roll of the shoulders the other way. Really exaggerating and emphasizing the range of motion of these shoulders, up, forward, back. And one more time. And then your next inhale, let's squeeze the shoulders up. And exhale, release, let go. Two more, inhale up. And exhale. And one more time, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale, letting it go. Extending those arms, reaching through the fingertips. We're going to lift up and exhale out. Fill up the rib cage with that inhale breath. And exhale, start to draw in those abdominals gently. One more, up high to the sky. And exhale. Let's take one arm up. And we'll take our first side body bend, reaching over, relaxing hips and legs, and bringing it over to the other side. Feel free to look down or looking up or facing forward. Let's try that one more time, each side. Stretching, reaching, breathing. And last time on this side. Let's inhale both arms up to the sky and bring the hands just behind the head, pressing the head into the palms. We're going to look up, lift the heart, little back bend. Breathing in. Breathing out, return to center. Let's do that one more time. Lifting the collarbone, letting the spine arch, the heart open, and returning to the center. We're going to take a little twist, bringing hands to opposite knee. Other arm just pressing down behind you, and let's look over that back shoulder as we sit up tall. Inhale and exhale. And take it to the other side. Breathing into this twist. And on your exhale, just gently engage your abdominals. And then coming back to the center. If you're sitting on anything, we're going to just move that out of the way. And then stretching out the legs in front of you. Have your mat just behind you there. Some space to roll down. And if you need a little bit of extra support for your low back, you might take your towel and just place it a few inches behind you so that the small of your back will be supported as it has something to roll into. You're going to keep the knees a little bit bent to start and just sit up nice and tall. Let's hold the hamstrings. And on our exhale, tuck the tail and let that low back drop into the mat or the towel. And then just coming right back up. Inhale Nice posture, lengthening spine, and exhale. C curve, the low back, middle back, and bring it on up. Let's go 2 more times. Exhale. Let's stay for an inhale. Exhale up. Inhale tall. And one last time, tucking it under, relaxing those shoulders. And your next exhale to come right back up, sitting up tall. Let's walk those feet in a little bit closer. Give me a little roundness at that low back. And let's pick up the feet into a nice tabletop, pointed toes, lifted collarbone. Option to keep holding the legs or stretching the arms forward for 4, and 3, and 2, and releasing down with control. Just placing those hands down, stretching out the legs, and giving it a nice little shake, 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 shake. Let's flex the feet a little and just move the legs side to side, kind of rocking it out a little bit. So I'm going to move you have anything, the towel at your low back, moving that out of the way. This time we're going to take one roll down, controlling it all the way down onto our back, transitioning into a supine position. Let's energize those toes. Let's start to lengthen and stack the spine and stretch those arms forward without shrugging those shoulders. Here's our inhale. As we exhale, we start to tuck the tail, pull in those abdominals, draw the ribs in, reach the feet forward in opposition, nice and slow and controlled. Whew. And we'll just stretch those arms overhead into a nice total body stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. And just the very opposite move, let's hug it all into the center, bringing those knees in, wrapping the arms around the legs, and rocking it out, or holding it still. Your choice. Holding just to the back of the legs, we're going to flex the feet and stretch the legs up, and then point the toes and bend the knees down. So that's flex and extend and point and bend and flex and up and point and 2 more. Just warming up the legs, the knees, the hips, the ankles. Last time. From here, let's keep the feet up. The arms will press down, and we're just going to circle those feet. Nice big exaggerated foot circles, both directions. Feel the flex and the point as we circle. One more time. Whew. And let's lower that down. Just placing the feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to reach the arms out into a T shape at your side. And we'll take the knees over into another little twist here. Let's look the opposite direction. And then send it to the other side. Open those arms a little wider. Really enhance that stretch and chest opening. And we'll do that one more time, either side. And twist. Great. Let's inhale, legs coming back to the center. Bring the arms down. Let's lift the legs halfway up into tabletop. So you could have a little space between the legs or squeezing the legs together, which is what I like. So toes a little bit pointed. We're going to open those arms again out to the T shape at our side, and we're going to go back to the twist. We're not going to twist as far this time, so we'll just take the legs maybe halfway to one side. You feel your opposite glute, low back, lifting away from the mat, and then we just slowly move it halfway to the other side. And try to exhale, pull the abs in as we transition to the other side. And pull the abs in, try to press the shoulders down. Keep those arms really activated. And let's go one more time, each side, legs together or close together. Twist, exhale, abs. And last time, twist, and exhale, center. Nice. Let's lower the feet down. Let's reach the arms overhead with our inhale. Now we'll start to find those abdominals activating a little bit more. As you exhale, feel a little tightening there in the low abdominals. Reach the arms, let's curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Little chin nod, lots of reach and stretch through these arms. And then inhale, lower it back down. Exhale. If you prefer to have some support for your head and neck, you can always keep the hands behind the head as an alternative. Either way, we're going to try 2 more times. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. And one more time. Exhale up. Let's stay here for our inhale. And pick those legs halfway up into tabletop. Same thing here. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale, stretch to those arms. And exhale, tighten the tummy. 2 more times. Inhale, see how still and controlled the legs can stay in that tabletop position. One more time. Inhale down. And exhale. Stay here and let's bring those hands behind the head. Your next exhale, a little bit shorter as we pulse up. Inhale, down an inch. Exhale. Keep that pulsing breath going. Stretch the legs a little higher to the sky, toes pointed, and keep the legs really still, but start to flex the feet, pulsing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you got it. Last one, can you stay up? Reach those arms, stretch to those fingertips, and all the way down. Nice job. We're just going to take the head side to side here. Just letting go of any neck holding, any tension through the face, shoulders. Now let's keep one knee in, kind of hugging it close, and stretch that opposite leg all the way down to the ground here. A little bit of motion connected to our breath on our inhale. I want you to push the knee into the hands so that the arms are straight. And as you exhale, bend those elbows and hug the knee towards you. That's inhale, press the knee, exhale, hug the knee. 2 more. Inhale, press, 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 and draw it in. 1 more time. Inhale, press, exhale, hug. Same arm as that bent knee is going to reach out to a T shape. Your opposite hand on the knee, and we're going to take this into a little twist. Rotating, looking in the opposite direction. I'm just resting my foot just on top of the bottom leg. I'm using the weight of my hand and arm just to give me a little bit more rotation. I'm going to try to drop my breath into the side, into the back area. And let's bring it back to the center. And then we're going to switch. We're going to hug that other knee in and just stretch out the opposite leg all the way down to the ground. On our inhale, we're going to push the knee into the hands, straighten the arms, and exhale, draw it in closer and hug. Inhale, press. Exhale, release, drop the shoulders. Inhale, press. Exhale, draw it in. One more time. Inhale, press. Exhale. That same arm is going to just stretch out to the side into a T. Opposite hand on the knee, and let's bring that leg across the body. Just resting the weight of the arm and hand on top of the leg. We're going to look away from the twist and focus on our breath, dropping into the twist through the ribs, maybe a little deeper down to the low back. Great, let's come back to the middle here, back to the center. We're just gonna stretch out the arms and legs, maybe shaking out the knees into our total body stretch. Arms down by the side, please. Let's take one leg up high to the sky. You have the option of bending your opposite knee, bringing the foot to the mat, or keeping the opposite leg down nice and straight into the ground. Let's point the toes. Try to keep your hips nice and still, shoulders relaxed. Let's start to draw some circles here. They're pretty slow. They're a bigger size than, let's say, a basketball. The rest of your body is resisting this motion. Your bottom leg is still. We've done about 6 circles. We're going to take the direction the other way. Think about your low back resting evenly into the mat. And any tight hamstrings, of course, you can have a bend in that top leg. Let's go one more perfect circle. Quality over quantity. And we're going to flex the foot and just hold to the back of the leg and just draw that leg in for a nice little hamstring stretch. You stay at the hamstring, calf, ankle, toes, wherever your hamstrings are at today. And then your next exhale, going to let that go, shake it out a little bit. Arms by the side. Let's take leg number 2 up to the sky, toes pointed. Zip up those abdominals. And let's start the slow and steady circles. So the only thing that's moving is our circling leg and, of course, the breath. Shoulders relaxed. Once you've done about 6 circles, let's take that the other way. If there's any weird clicking in the hip, you could try a little bend in that knee. Last perfect circle. And then we're going to flex the foot, find the back of the leg, and just draw that leg in for a nice little back of the leg stretch. You might feel it behind the knee, the calf, if you're really flexing the foot. We'll stay for one more breath. And then releasing that all the way down. Let's give it a little shake, 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 and stretch the arms overhead for a total body stretch. Okay, we're gonna roll over onto our side. So it is circle day today. That's the Pilates shape of the day, the circle. The power of the circle. Stacking legs and hips. You could always relax your head down if you prefer, or prop the head up. We're gonna take the top leg a little bit higher or even at the same height as the hip. See how this hip, it likes to kind of sink back into your abdomen. I want you to try to pull it out, get a little bit of space and lengthen the leg away from the hip socket. Point the toes to emphasize that elongation. Option to bend the bottom knee or keep the leg straight. We are going into the circle. Let's start with a circle a little smaller. Grapefruit size circles. Now the rest of your body wants to help you circle that leg, but you're going to resist the motion just like we did when we were on our back circling the leg. That's how we are stabilizing our core muscles in the center, resisting this circular motion. Let's take these circles the other way. Focus on the back of the circle, the back of the leg, the back of the circle. Emphasize that part. And then maybe the top of the circle. Now I want to keep the direction of this circle going, but I want to make the shape bigger. Barrel circles, like a barrel. Now the leg really wants to come forward because we're strong here and tighten our hips usually, our hip flexors. So let's just try to keep the focus on the back, the lift. And then we're just going to take those barrel circles the other direction. This is where we start to think happy thoughts. Breathing in, breathing out, recruiting those abdominals. We've got 3 barrels and 2 barrels. Last barrel. Wow, I love the circle because you can just feel it working everywhere. So this top leg we're going to bend and just drop the foot behind the bottom leg. Bottom leg is straight, flexing the foot. Let's take the leg just up above the ground. Actually, let's keep the toes pointed. And we'll draw small little golf ball circles on this bottom leg. So a little bit more focus on the inner thigh. If you feel your shoulders tightening or tensing, try to release on your next exhale. And then take those little golf ball circles the other direction. Give me a little bit more abs, a little bit more breath focus, a little bit more leg stretch on that bottom leg. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Can you flex the bottom foot and just lift the leg up a little higher and reach it out a little higher. Reach it out a little longer for 3, 2. Excellente. Gracefully pressing ourselves up. We're going to transition this to the other side. Let's see, it's a little sunny. It's a little sunny on this side. Okay, legs nice and long, relaxing the shoulders. Let's take the top leg up and let's just start with smaller circles to start. Nice sunny day today. The weather has been superb. So I have blinds here, but I'm obviously missing one strip of a vertical blind, and you can tell. You can see the strip that's missing is the very sunny part of this Pilates session. So I have to strategically place myself. Let's take those grapefruit circles the other direction. Reaching out, that leg from the hip, stretching through the toes, but not so intensely. Be gentle, but be precise. Let's keep the direction, but go a little bigger now into our barrel circles. Think of the back of the circle and the top of the circle. And then we're going to reverse the circle, the barrel size circles the other direction. Let's try to resist our upper body, moving with the circle. The shoulders stay steady. We got 3 more barrels. 2 more. Last time, barrel. Excellent. We're gonna bend the top knee and just place the foot down. Stretch out this bottom leg. Let's keep the toes pointed as we lift it away from the floor and draw those smaller golf ball circles. Keep the breath flowing. Let's take it the other direction. Stretch a little longer. Let's think happy thoughts. For 4, 3, 2. Yes, check mark. Good. Got those leg circles out of the way. From here, we're just gonna roll over and press ourselves up. So we come into a hands and knees position. And you might want your towel for some knee cushioning, as I like. Okay, knees underneath the hips, some space between the knees, some space between the fingers. Press those palms down. Let's start with some cat stretches here. So we're gonna round the back, take the spine in that nice round C curve. And then let's extend the spine, lifting the tail, looking up. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. One more, round, round, round. And arch, arch. Extend. Great. Keep your hips and knees where they are and just walk your hands over to one side here. They're still hip width, so they're still shoulder width apart, your hands. And we'll do the rounding from here and the extending from here. So we're just adding a bit of a side bend to our cat stretch. And one more time. Exhale, drop tailbone. Inhale, lift heart. And move that to the other side. On your exhale, round. Inhale, arch. 2 more round. And extend. And last time. And after that extension, let's move it back to the center, moving into our final sequence. You're gonna take one leg back behind you, straighten that leg and lift it up away from the ground. Let's draw those abs up and in, and let's start the, you guessed it, circle. We're gonna look down at the space between our hands, a little nod of the chin, almost like a double chin to support our neck. Let's think of the top of this circle, the lift, the reach. Let's reverse the direction the other way. Toes long. Try to keep the center body still, the upper body stable. Point the crown of the head away from the tip of the toes, circling. Let's go 3, 2, 1 more, and then keep that leg reaching. Nice long reaching leg, lift it up an inch. Your opposite arm stretching forward for 4, 3, 2. Yes, bring it back in and let's have a seat. Oh yeah, into the heels. And just reach those arms forward and take a little breather, resting forehead. Next inhale, coming back up, hands and knees. Establish your neutral spine, please, and take your opposite leg, your other leg, straight behind you and lift it up. Draw those abdominals in, point the toes a little bit, and let's start the circle. So the hips really want to move, they want to help. Let's try to stabilize hips and shoulders so they're very still. Let's feel a little pressure pushing into the ground under those palms. Let's engage the navel and lift it up and in. Let's apply a little double chin nod, back of the neck long. Perfect circling leg. Let's reverse. Reach. Emphasize the top of the circle. Breathe. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Excellente. Let's lift that leg a little higher, reach it a little longer. Draw those abs in your opposite arm, reaching forward for 4, 3, 2. Wow, bring it back down again. Let's take the knees out. Let's take the knees as wide as the mat and sit back to the heels and stretch it out to another child's pose. Just gonna drape the torso across one leg as we reach the arms over to the side and let the head, neck, chest drop down, forehead drop. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's walk it to the other side. And then back to the center, one last breath here in the middle. We're gonna round up through the spine, and we're gonna just finish off the same way we started in a seated position. We're gonna finish with some breath, some posture. You guessed it, some arm circles. We're gonna inhale, reaching up high, and just dropping the arms down and opening back out to your side. Inhale up, and exhale. One more, inhale up, and exhale. Let's reverse, coming up and opening, even the arms reaching a little bit behind you and down. 2 more, inhale up, opening, and one more time. Inhale, both arms up, hands behind the head. Let's try one more of those seated back bends. Looking up, lifting the heart, opening the ribs, breathing in, and bring it back to the center. Let the back of the head press into the palms and just drop one elbow down, lift the other elbow up in opposition. Now these hips might tense, the legs and knees might lift. Relax them. Inhale through the middle, exhale the other side. Hips letting go. Back to the center, let's twist. Can you sit a little taller? And exhale all the air out. And finally the other way. Back to the middle, let's push the palms up to the sky. And we can shrug the shoulders and then just drop the shoulders in place, keeping the arms strong, the palms reaching. One more inhale. And exhale, release. And that concludes our Power Pilates Express 30-minute session with a little stretching, a little strengthening, some balance, some breath, just to make it a full, total, and complete workout. Nice to complement with anything else you may be doing today. And thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day until we see you all again.